and welcome to the weekly moon update. In these videos, we talk about the moon energy and a little bit of astrology for the current or upcoming week. In this case, we're talking about July 22nd through the 28th. So we have a last quarter moon week happening this week, and there's also some astrological shifts. So we're changing sun seasons, Mercury's changing signs, and then Chiron is going retrograde. I feel like we might kind of feel these shifts a little bit more significantly. I feel like these last 2 weeks of July are going to be significant in harnessing the Leo self-identity exploration that we can do during Leo season, because with more and more planets going retrograde later on in August, it just feels like this is the time to do the Leo work, which is a lot of self-reflection and how you want to like put yourself out in the world. Whereas the August Leo season, I think, is going to be more about being receptive, open and receptive to receiving new things. With that being said, let's jump into this last quarter moon week. So we don't have our last quarter moon until Sunday. So that means for the entirety of this week, we technically have a waning gibbous moon, because Monday, we are so close to the full moon. The full moon was on Sunday morning. So we technically have a waning gibbous moon for the entirety of this week. The waning moons are decreasing with light and energy, but we still have a lot of energy available here because we're so close to the full moon. So normally a last quarter, like I would say a last quarter week, is about kind of slowing down and tying up loose ends. Like, this is a week to get stuff done. Next week is probably going to be more about slowing down. So this week is about reevaluating, using that light that is highlighting or illuminating or clarifying something for you, and figuring out how do you want to use this energy before you start slowing down next week. So this could even be like meal prepping for the darker moon, or this can be just like things that you're like, okay, I've been putting this off, but I definitely want to get it done before the next moon cycle. This is the week to do it. We've got a lot of energy. The sun is entering Leo this week too. So, I mean, we've got a lot of fire and light energy happening this week. So we're starting off Monday with an Aquarius moon. Aquarius is about that fresh, new ideas, new ways of thinking, hanged man energy, changing your perspectives. So this is about being open to new ways of doing things. It can be about like changing something, like doing something a little bit differently. If you every Monday morning, like go get yourself a cup of coffee or something, maybe today's a day to start like having a smoothie instead, or having a cup of tea instead of coffee, or I don't know. It's just kind of like changing how you do things, how you approach the week. And it will be in Aquarius air energy all day Monday, and then early Tuesday morning is when the moon starts to transition into Pisces, and will be officially be in Pisces at 9:23 a.m. Tuesday morning. So Pisces energy is a little bit is water energy. It's more about going with the flow and like really floating around, just trying not to letting, if anything bothers you, letting it like wash over you, just like you do in meditation when you envision like something, a thought washing up on shore and then like receding back into the ocean. It's about just kind of like letting things come and letting things go. Letting things come and letting things go. Not holding on to anything, just going with the flow. So we're going to kind of float through the middle of the week in Pisces energy, and then we will be in Aries energy at 10:53 a.m. Thursday morning. So if you were floating around in Pisces energy, Aries for Thursday and Friday is going to be a good time to like get something done real quick before the weekend. Like if you kind of didn't get as much done as you wanted to in the middle of the week, Thursday and Friday with that Aries energy will hopefully help you just like, all right, let's just get this done. Let's get this over with. Let's cross this off the list, so that you can kind of head into the weekend with Taurus energy and be kind of lazy and cozy. Taurus energy loves to be comfortable and snuggly up in blankets. So that might be a good way to spend Saturday afternoon, and all day Sunday will be in Taurus energy. So the other astrological shifts that I wanted to talk about for this week is Mercury is heading into Virgo. Mercury is ruled by Virgo. Mercury and Virgo get along. They like to communicate things in a very organized way. So the reason I want to talk about Mercury going into Virgo is because we've entered this Mercury shadow period, which occurs a couple weeks before a planet goes retrograde. There's always this kind of shadow period of it like starting to slow down. I don't know why I'm having such trouble. Maybe I'm feeling this Mercury retrograde shadow period already, because I'm having trouble like communicating the words that I'm trying to get out of my mouth. So what I'm trying to say here is Mercury will be in Virgo when it is retrograde starting August 5th. So we're going to start to feel maybe what's going to come up for us during this Mercury retrograde. And I kind of anticipate that there's something significant about Virgo energy that can come up for us at this time that also could maybe be affecting our eclipses next year. 2025 eclipses are going to be, or a pair of them are going to be in Virgo. We're going to have a lunar eclipse in Virgo and then a solar eclipse in Virgo in the fall of 2025. So I don't know, there just seems to be something significant about that, especially with Chiron going retrograde, like right next to it too. And Chiron is the wounded healer. These are the wounds that we learn from, we grow from, and probably end up like helping other people with those wounds as well, because like we know what it's like to experience them. So I don't know, it just seems like there's something significant about Chiron going retrograde, Mercury moving into Virgo to get us ready for Mercury retrograde coming up in August, especially because this is happening during the Lionsgate portal, which is a time that is supposed to be receptive. You're supposed to be receiving information. So if communication is off a little bit during this time, I just think that there is need for us to pay attention and pay attention to the details. Virgo pays attention to the details. So I just feel like I need to say that. So to recap this week, we're starting off with air energy, a fresh new week, a fresh new start, a fresh new week, a fresh new start. And then we are having water energy for the middle of the week to help us go with the flow, whatever comes up for you, acknowledge it and let it go. Like this is about not holding on to things. And then we are ending the week with fire energy, getting any of those last minute to-dos done before the weekend, and hopefully just having a cozy, earthy weekend. So our card for this week is coming from the Reflections Oracle by medium Jenny Lee. If you haven't seen my unboxing of this deck yet, go check it out. I uploaded it recently. I will also leave a link in the description below if you are interested in purchasing this deck. So our card for this week is Beauty Within. And so the cards have an image on one side and the message on the other. So I've got both the image and the message here. Upon first glance, the flower is beautiful, but why is it beautiful? It isn't just the outward appearance. It is stunning because it holds many layers that start within and blossom outward. They create a structure that allows for continued growth and supports the whole. One petal can be pretty, but the entire flower is gorgeous. This card is a reminder to recognize all of your amazing layers the things about yourself that are like no one else and that give you your structure and the joy you bring to others. This is your true beauty. If you aren't feeling so pretty outside, the Beauty Within card is prompting you to go inward and do some cleaning. Start the shadow work so you too can shine from the inside out. So I was pretty blown away that we got this message for this week because of, like, I can't really put my finger on it, but there's certainly something significant about the Mercury, Virgo, Chiron retrograde in Leo season during the Lionsgate portal. And I also want to point out specifically with this card too, like, so we always have a Leo new moon with an Aquarius full moon. And then in the winter, we have an Aquarius new moon with a Leo full moon. These are very opposite energies. Leo is about the self. Aquarius is about the community or the collective. This line right here in the card, the things about yourself that are like no one else, that give you your structure and the joy you bring to others. There's something so significant about you. And you can only do it the way that you can do it. No one else can do it like you can. And that is what the balance between Leo and Aquarius gives us. It's loving everything about yourself, getting to know yourself, reflecting on yourself. Leo is the self. And what you can do for the betterment of the community, which is Aquarius energy. So balancing the self and community out is the lesson that we learned during Leo season and during Aquarius season. And I think this card is really perfect for this week because of all that, but also the day that we are entering Leo season on Monday is also an Aquarius moon day. So you're going to really feel the sun moving into Leo with an Aquarius moon. And our chakra card is a heart chakra. The crystal they recommend is manganese calcite, and the herb is hawthorn berries. So our card is wholeness. You have within you the power to heal all that is in need of your love, including yourself. Open up to the vastness of your heart and allow its purifying presence to wash over you in waves of self-acceptance and graceful allowing. From this space of whole soul fulfillment and nourishment, you will be able to give and receive abundantly. You are the forests and the oceans and the earth and the sky. Honoring your wholeness is your path to wellness. I think that that's like almost an identical message to the Beauty Within card. So this is for sure a very heart chakra centered week, but check it out. We've also got a heart chakra card, Green Aventurine, for our crystal. Green Aventurine is the stone of growth. Whatever it touches flourishes. It activates the heart chakra, opening your heart to receive your blessings. Green Aventurine helps manifest more abundance in love, money, work, and creative projects. It encourages prosperity, inspires new ideas, and brings good fortune of all kinds. The affirmation is, my heart is open to receive blessings. So all three of these cards speak of growth and opening and expanding like a flower. And I don't think that it could be any more perfect for this week, and I don't think these cards could be any more perfect for each other. So I also feel called to share this message that it was coming through for me last night in meditation, but I still don't know how I feel about it. So I wrote it down. So the message was, you need to stop withholding your love, even if you don't receive it back to you. Never stop loving. So I think what it's saying is like we tend to wall ourselves off. We protect our hearts. As a massage therapist, the most common complaint I have is neck and shoulder tension. And that's because not only is everything we're doing rolling our shoulders forward, from driving, being on the computer, just everything we do, being on our phones, is like rolling our shoulders forward. And this is a physical, repetitive thing that we do every day, but we also subconsciously protect our hearts, where you might not like start paying attention to like when you walk into a crowded room, you might kind of like, you know, hold your body a little bit close, like you're hugging yourself, you're protecting your heart. So I think most of us like put this wall of protection around us that is also preventing us from receiving. And so I don't know, it's just kind of, I mean, obviously there are so many things in the world that hurt us, from people to situations to just what is happening in the world. So it's hard to remain open. It's hard to not put up that wall. And I don't know, I was kind of struggling with this message. Like, you need to stop withholding your love, even if you don't receive it back to you. Because I think, like, when we do let that wall fall down, it's for specific people that you love and trust and hold dear to your heart. So you feel comfortable opening your heart to them. But I think the message is asking to have more love and openness and compassion for everybody, even if they're not giving it back to you. But either way, these cards are certainly asking us to be more open, to blossom, to grow, and to expand. So I hope that you are able to take care of your heart this week, maybe wearing greens or using green stones like aventurine, wearing a flower in your hair, or doing something that that reminds you of the beauty within, that reminds you to be more open and compassionate and loving with not just yourself, but everyone else around you too, especially with us moving into this Chiron retrograde. That means that we're going to be revisiting things that do kind of hurt us. So I think maybe some of the lessons that we can learn from that will help us to still be open, even if we feel broken. So take care of your little heart chakras this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I can't wait to see you on the other side of the looking glass again sometime soon. Oh gosh. No, what happened? Oh my gosh. Okay, can we... Oh my god. Ah! Okay, we have to reorganize today. Oh my god, what is this? Chaos. Chaos ensues. What is happening? Can everything stop falling over, please? Oh my god. What else? Well, something else fell. Guess we will never know. Oh, great. I'm still recording. Oh my god.